First, I want to thank them for their public commitment. It's a very diverse group representing not only tenants, rehab network, representing developers, representing real estate interests, representing city agencies and other interested groups in regards to this problem of condo conversion. I want to thank them for their great civic commitment and their willingness to sit down and really work out these challenging issues. And many times legal issues override us, but like anything else, the interests we have are the people that we have to serve. That's the overriding issue, and I want to thank them for coming up with a number of recommendations which are really important in order to protect people in their apartments, families and seniors and all other people in regards to what has been taking place. The creation and preservation of quality, affordable housing for individuals and families is one of the ways that we continue to build a better future for the people of Chicago. And we cannot, because of the economic issues that in the last 3 or 4 years, give up hope on affordable housing. A lot of people say, oh, we can't do this. It's a mistake. There are still priorities, and if you don't have that priority, you'll lose it. Then more people will fall through the cracks, and then we're back to square one, and we cannot give up our commitment to affordable housing, even this economic crisis. There's no way. I think all of us are very committed on that, not individually, but collectively, this whole task force about how we can basically rebuild our housing here in Chicago and, of course, the nation. Affordable housing is a cornerstone of every community and every family, and so that's what you have to look at. We're very proud. Since 1989, we have invested $4 billion in local, state, and federal funds, and also bringing not-for-profits and banks and everyone together to make it a holistic approach. It isn't one government doing it. It's all three, the city, the state, and the federal government. And then you bring in non-for-profit and for-profit agencies into it, which is really important. You have to look at it that way. And I think we have preserved, improved, or created 170,000 homes and apartments, and we have a long way to go. Rental housing is essential. And during this whole idea of everybody owning their homes, it's a great concept, but remember, a lot of people rent. And so everybody started forgetting about rental housing, unfortunately, and that has to be stable and strong because, during times, people want to be able to rent apartments, which is really important, and many times they don't have enough money to buy a home, so let's be realistic. We've always looked for the interests of renters. For example, in 1997, we formed the Renters' Right Committee to address renter-landlord issues and enhance communication between tenants and landlords. We have protected rental tenants who have been caught up in foreclosure crisis through no fault of their own. And that's the other thing. A owner of a large apartment building went out and refinanced the building. Then all of a sudden, all the renters are paying their rent. And all of a sudden, they're lost out. He walks away from the property and it's foreclosed. And that's a terrible crisis that we're in today. So we created the Foreclosure Assistance and Information for Renters, or called FAIR, a campaign to ensure renters know their rights and responsibilities when the building they live in goes into foreclosure. We passed an ordinance to ensure renters get their security deposit returned even after foreclosure. Although we have done much in this area, we're always looking for creative ways to provide housing opportunities for residents. You have to look at a lot of different ideas. It isn't one size fit all. That's one thing we found out. Today we're announcing that at the next council meeting, we're introducing an ordinance that will take another step towards ensuring the continued affordability and stability of neighborhoods and their families, and better inform and protect renters who are impacted by condo conversion. The ordinance embodies the recommendation of the Mayor's Condo Conversion Task Force, which was chaired by Alderman Suarez, which is releasing its report today. In the years prior to the recession, Chicago experienced a significant increase in the development of new condos and the conversion of apartment buildings to condos. These conversions brought increased stability, investment to neighborhoods, offered new opportunities for home ownership for many first-time buyers. But on the other hand, condo conversions raised several concerns. They sometimes displaced existing tenants who couldn't afford to buy. They depleted the city's existing rental housing stock faster than it can be replaced. In addition, new condo buyers may not have had the ability to assess the quality of their new homes. That is always a constant complaint. In the most extreme case, unscrupulous developers were defrauding buyers and lenders. With these concerns in mind, we created a task force to help us protect consumers find a balance between the benefits of condo conversion and potential challenges. Obviously, the task force established in a different real estate environment. But its recommendations are good, ones that support our goals of protecting rental tenants, making sure condo buyers are well informed prior to their purchase. These proposals will serve residents and neighborhoods now, and the housing market begins to rebound, so there's no better time to enact them into law. The proposed ordinance will establish a condo registration program for new and converted condos. It will require developers to show they have provided existing rental tenants with notices of the conversion and have shown buyers detailed information about the property. We also have already developers have to show online what they developed before. So you're ready to buy a condo or anything else, you better know where they existed before and what community. That's very important for anybody purchasing anything from developers. That's one thing we have learned out later on. So you can go back and talk to those condo owners they bought in another building. That's very important information given to purchasers. It will protect existing rental tenants during the condo conversion by increasing the required tenant notice period from 4 months to 9 months, and requiring that relocation assistance be provided to existing tenants affected by the condo conversion. That's one thing we find out is necessary. Sometimes they have no place to move. Let's be realistic. It will strengthen disclosure requirements for new and converted condos by requiring that new condo buyers are given a standardized, easy to understand disclosure summary about the physical condition of the building prior to purchase, which is really important. In addition, although this isn't in the ordinance, the city will enhance the existing outreach program targeted to existing tenants in apartments under conversion, prospective buyers, and recent condo purchases. The city is also rolling out a pilot website providing information, disciplinary actions taken against developers and general contractors in the city. This is vital for purchase of condos. You have to know something about the developer and the contractor. Then you can go back, if they've done work in other parts of the city, you can ask people how the work has been done in those areas. Be searchable by address, and we're going to basically expand that. This is basic information that anyone buying a condo should know about the developer, LLC, how many LLCs they've been involved in, 10, 15, 20. Those are partnerships. This is vital information for purchasers of condos. We plan to expand the website with more information useful to buyers, including information I pointed out, connected by the history of work performed by the developers, where and what, and the general contractors, by address. This is very, very important. This proposed ordinance builds on the previous steps we have taken to address issues associated with condo conversion. It will complement programs such as our Troubled Buildings Initiative, under which we convert abandoned, fraudulent, converted condos into affordable rental housing. And we know, Alan Sally knows, we have like 20 condos, and we have 4 foreclosed in that facility. And we have to handle that as quickly as possible. Maybe move in tenants, rental tenants in there as quickly as possible, because then you have someone living there. The longer it's vacated, the worse off it becomes for the condo. And that will be another avenue for us to take care of people who need housing. I want to thank members of the entire task force. I mean, I really believe that's what makes Chicago so great. People give their time and energy and sit down and be able to discuss sometimes very controversial issues, but at least we come up with a plan and recommendation and to implement it, which is really important. And other ideas will flow from this later on. We'll find something else maybe that doesn't work or works, and we'll be able to correct that. Thank you very much.